When did No Boys Allowed become a death sentence? My dad genuinely believed boys released toxic chemicals that damaged girls' brains. I'm serious. He had an actual PowerPoint presentation about it. He carried around a spray bottle filled with water labeled boy prevention spray that he'd used to neutralize boy particles in the air. Once at Target, he spotted a teenage boy 3 aisles away and shouted, "Code red, testosterone in aisle 7, before carrying me out fireman style. I still can't go back to that store. Everything changed on my 12th birthday. I'd finally convinced him to let me try public school. Then I made the mistake of making eye contact with the pizza delivery guy. The next day, Dad enrolled me in an all-girls school 40 minutes away. He also installed motion sensors outside our house that would announce "No Boys Allowed" whenever someone walked by. I'd never had a real conversation with a boy my age. Dad thought he was protecting me. Instead, he was setting us up for disaster. When I was 15, the Hendricks family moved next door with their 16-year-old son, Brent. Dad immediately built a 10-foot fence extension and hung garlic cloves along the property line. Garlic repels more than just vampires, he explained. Then my cat escaped through a loose board. Brent found him and brought him back. We started talking through the fence. I told him about Dad's bizarre rules. He laughed and said, "Your dad sounds like he means well, even if he's a bit extra." For the first time in my life, I had a friend who happened to be male. And shocking news, my brain didn't melt. One night, Brent heard me crying through the fence. My school had held a spring dance, but Dad made me wear a hazmat suit just in case boys infiltrated. The photos went viral in my school. I became a meme, Hazmat Hannah. Brent didn't offer empty words of comfort. He just sat on his side of the fence and taught me constellation names until I calmed down. Dad grew suspicious of my sudden interest in nighttime gardening. He installed a camera pointed at our backyard. After that, Brent and I had to communicate through notes. 6 months after Brent moved in, I woke at 2 a.m. to my cat clawing frantically at my door. Then I smelled the smoke. During one of his security upgrades, Dad had removed our smoke detectors to install more motion sensors. He never reinstalled them. I ran to Dad's room, shaking him and screaming. He wouldn't wake up. He took enough sleeping pills each night to tranquilize a horse. The smoke was thickening. I couldn't see my hands in front of my face. I couldn't lift him alone. My phone was locked in his safe, and I didn't know the code. We were trapped. This was how we were going to die. But Brent saw the orange glow from his window. He'd been up gaming and noticed our house lighting up. He ran over and found our door secured with Dad's 3 deadbolts. He grabbed his mom's concrete angel on their lawn and hurled it through our window. "I'm coming in," he shouted, not even knowing if anyone was alive to hear him. "Up here! My dad won't wake up!" I screamed back. Brent raced upstairs. Together, we dragged Dad down and out the front door. My legs were trembling so badly I could barely stand. Then it hit me. Mochi's still inside. Without hesitating, Brent ran back into our burning house. Smoke poured from every window. Fire trucks wailed in the distance, but they weren't close enough. 30 seconds passed, then 40. A full minute. Finally, Brent stumbled out clutching Mochi, his face blackened with soot, coughing so violently he collapsed. Firefighters immediately placed an oxygen mask over his face. He'd risked everything for my family. My dad had spent years protecting me from boys, and one had just saved everyone I loved. As they loaded Dad into the ambulance, still unconscious, I held Mochi and watched our house burn. Brent's hand rested on my shoulder. The melting motion sensors kept playing their warning through the flames. "No boys allowed, no boys allowed," until they finally went silent. Dad woke up in the hospital and immediately panicked about the wrong thing. There was a boy in our house? The doctor interrupted him. "That boy saved your life. 2 more minutes of smoke inhalation and you would have died. Your daughter would have died trying to save you. You're both incredibly fortunate." Dad fell silent. He looked at my soot-covered face, then asked quietly, "Where is he?" Brent was a few rooms away, still covered in ash. Dad walked over and extended his hand. "I owe you everything." Brent just shrugged. "She's my friend. That's what friends do." After that, Dad removed the garlic, took down the motion sensors, installed actual smoke detectors. Brent comes for Sunday dinner every week now. Dad still makes him use hand sanitizer at the door, but hey, baby steps.